Hey, why so glum, chum? Well, I've decided to give up on acting. Did you fail another audition? That shouldn't make you give up altogether. I had an audition with James Gunn, and I didn't get the part of Clayface in the Clayface movie. What is up? How's the Legion of Comic Collectors doing today? Well, today we have an absolutely ridiculous comic haul. We got stuff from STL Comics, some online stuff that finally came in, and a little bit from Tater Tots. So let's jump right in to the mail haul. This was something I actually had watched on eBay a long time ago, forgot about, and they made me an offer, super cheap. This is a Wendy's Kids Meal variant of Superman Wonder Woman #1. Still in the poly bag. Just a cool little obscure thing to pick up. Me and my friends were talking on Instagram and sort of wondering, when did Harley Quinn actually join Suicide Squad? And you look at Key Collector, stuff like that, even on CLZ, it doesn't list it anywhere. But this is the first issue of Suicide Squad she's in. And the closest thing I could find to confirmation would be a Reddit thread where they say this is the first time she was in Suicide Squad. So just a cool little minor Harley Quinn key. And I made a ton of progress on my goals list in this haul. The last mail call, something that was on my list. This is Harley and Ivy, a little 3-issue mini. I actually got an offer on this. This was the cheapest one I had been following. It was $30, and they sent me a random offer of $15, so $5 a book. Cannot beat that on these issues. So super happy to add these. So up next, I finally got the opportunity to go to STL Comics, and it was a hullabaloo. I went after work on the way home, and no joke, it basically took 4 hours to get home, counting, the normal driving time, the time I was at STL. It was crazy. I was super exhausted. I got to go yesterday, but the thing that made me want to go was he had posted on Instagram, and I had just been thinking that it was a shame I didn't have this. He posted a super cheap complete set of the Watchmen. And I was lucky that, he posted them Tuesday night, got in there Wednesday, probably about 3 p.m. Nobody had bought the set. I had a couple issues of this in an issue 1. And I was thinking it's sort of a shame I never got this. This is a pretty iconic comic series. Fantastic story. And then a few days later, there it is posted. So super, super excited to be able to pick this up. And while I was there, I looked around, which is a good or bad thing depending on how you look at it. And I think I only went to STL Comics a couple times last year. And it is just by far the absolute best shop. I hadn't seen the owner probably in a couple years. And he, you know, still remembers me by name. Super nice. I wanted to buy some short boxes, and they were out. I guess there's a supply issue with them. But he took me into the back room where he had some graphic boxes and let me get a couple of them. You know, I would assume they're empty boxes from collections he's buying. Just a super nice dude. Customer service like you wouldn't believe. You know, talking to me, and it was really nice to see him again and really nice to be in the store. I found a lot of stuff. So looking through his sets, one of the first things I see is this. So this whole series had been on my goals list. If you watched the last video, I'd completed the first 3 series, read them, and man, I really, really like this White Knight universe. Super good stuff, and I'm excited to read this. Found this whole set, I believe, for $12. Super, super cheap. I actually had all the issues in my comic book cart, planning for a future haul, and it was cheaper than my comic shop. You know, probably the cheapest way to buy books online is my comic shop, and he has that beat. He has a great selection, and he always beats online prices. Something that was on the wall, another set, I think I remembered him posting this a while ago. This was something else I've really been wanting. We got the complete DC vs. Vampires. Super excited. I think these were coming out right around when I quit buying new books. And it was something I sort of regretted because I do really like Deceased. It's a story that looks interesting to me. So I'm super excited to get this set too and be able to read it. And this ain't the only set. I found a lot of sets. I think this next set was like $5 or $6. The Lex Luthor Man of Steel mini. Super, super cool. He did this and a Joker one. I think I had a trade of this. I found it like a half-price books for a couple bucks. But never had the single issues. So super happy to finally get those. And the last set, I think was $5 or $6 too. A Batman mini I never had. Batman Deathblow. So I guess a couple Azzarello series. I'm not sure. I guess this is a crossover with something else. Not 100% sure about it. But you know I love my minis and one-shots. So I did pick up. So this is Green Lantern Corps 201, the first appearance of Kilowog. I have one that's pretty beat up. Probably mid to low grade that I got for 40 cents way back when. Always wanted a nice copy. And they usually sell, seems like people are asking 30 to 50. Got it for 10. Can't beat that. I also picked up a Batman #1 gold foil. Couldn't pass that up. Super cool. So I think I want to do these back to front to make it easier. So the rest are mainly dollar books with some 2 and 5s, but this series, not necessarily the best read. I don't think it went over very well. The I Am Batman. But I'm only a few issues away from finishing it, and this is issue 18, the last issue. Always good to find last issues in the series, usually the hardest ones. We got 16, 13, 11. The last issue I need of volumes 1 and 2 Batman Incorporated was this issue 4. So super happy to find that. Random Newer Detective. I did find some Detective New 52. I think I need 2 issues to finish Batman New 52. Need a few more Detective. So happy to find some of them in the dollar bins. Slowly filling this in. And then we have some newer Batman. This is Batman Brave and the Bold. I don't know how much this costs new. It's bigger, but paying $1 or $2 is a way better way to go. Most of them are variants. This one was, I believe, $2, but that's a super cool sort of homage to the animated series. Issue 8. We did get a cover A of issue 6. Not sure who this girl is, but she's on issues 4 and 5. And issue 2 of cover A. I've only read the first issue of this, which I think I got way back the last time I was at STL Comics. But happy to get it. A couple $2 books. It's almost a shame to spend money on something written by Tom King. But I think I only need a couple issues of this now to finish this mini. I found issues 8 and 9, a connecting cover, which is kind of cool. Being written by Tom King, the connecting covers are probably the best thing about those books. I am sort of something else I sort of regret about not buying new books is I love Batman villains especially. I know Penguin has stuff going, Poison Ivy, Two-Face I think even has a series. So it's cool to pick up issue 1. Outsiders. Don't have any of this yet. Sort of regret picking it up. But I think it does have Batwing and Batwoman. Now this is cool. Way back when I bought the trade of the Multiversity. But one of the single issues. And it had all of them except this one. And I don't believe it was on my comic shop. And like with shipping, I think the cheapest I'd seen it was like $8 on eBay. Just didn't want to spend that. Finally found it in the dollar bins. So now I have all the Multiversity books. And this is a B cover. I think I have an issue or 2 of this. Don't know how I feel about it. I don't really remember if I've read it. But I do like the Teen Titans. Do like the Multiversity. So for $1, I think I need like issue 4 now. 4 or 5 to finish it. Now this was cool. Was a $5 one. But it's just hard to find Hellblazer in general. You just don't find them. Don't find them cheap at all. I think, $5 is cheap for Hellblazer. But this is issue 300. The final issue. $2 for a Poison Ivy 29. Kind of wish I wouldn't have got this now, because when I put it in the CLZ, I see there is a really cool Jenny Friesen variant. So at some point I probably will end up getting that. But for now it's something I could read. We have JSA issue 1, the foil Virgin cover. Super, super cool. Love getting newer books cheaper than cover price. Especially cool stuff like that. Lois and Clark issue 5. All I need is issue 6 to finish that mini. Dark Knights of Steel. This is another series I'm interested in. Starting to give me Batman White Knight vibes, as in a series that I wish I would have picked up new. Hear lots of really good things. Lots of people whose opinion I value like this. I may have read issue 1 when I first got it, but I've been waiting to collect the series. I think I just need issues 10 and 11 now. And I'm sort of pushing this towards the top of my list because it too has a sequel. Alright. I do have Dark Crisis, but I don't really have a lot of the endless tie-in one-shots. I think I have 1 or 2 I know there's like a Road to Dark Crisis I need, but I'm happy to pick up the Superman one, and that's a fantastic cover. This series, I had this way back when, whole series, bought it at 40 cents a piece, got rid of it, and like the one comic purge I've had in my life, have slowly but surely picked these up in dollar bins. With this issue, I just need one to complete this. He had every single Absolute Comic undercover price there, except he only had this issue of Absolute Wonder Woman and some issue 1s. All of them were there for undercover, except the first print Batman one, which I almost got just to have, but didn't. Slowly filling in volume 2 of Wonder Woman. Which one? I think it's this one, is a C cover. And this is the Death of Maxwell Lord, which is pretty wild. Thought I had that, but I guess I didn't. I probably thought I had it because of it being referenced later. 169 and 168. And then something that's been on my mind for a while. I decided if I ever came across a good chunk of it in the wild for $1 or less, I'd start picking them up. I never bought a lot of Rebirth stuff at all, including the 2 Rebirth Green Lantern titles. The only issues I have were ones I got in a 200 comic mystery box. Go back into my playlist if you want to check that out. But I want to finish these. So we got a good chunk of these 2 series. First up is Green Lanterns. Not going to say much about these. There are keys in here, but I don't remember which ones were which, and they're not anything super special. I'm going to flip through these real quick so we can get to the last part of the haul, because this is a longer video. But I am super happy to add these. I think since in the new comics, the Green Lanterns are Green Lanterns again, I'm sort of in a Green Lantern mood. I would like to reread, starting with the Jeff Johns run forward. So, cool Parallax cover, it looks like. A lot of good stuff. Most of these are A covers. And then the Hal Jordans that's coming up, most of them are B covers, weirdly enough, that I found in the dollar bins. And the issue 1, this isn't the one shot, but the actual issue 1, this is the second print, which is kind of cool. And then Hal Jordan. Sort of interested to give these a read again. Sort of near the end of New 52 after Jeff Johns left. I really didn't like, I have accidentally bought both covers of issue 17. But it's Kyle Rayner, so that's okay. Sort of didn't really like the direction Green Lanterns have went since then. Especially when you get past these series. But I do want to collect them and give them a reread. It's a cool B cover. So, made a good chunk on these series. And then issue 2. So, all that's left, I ended up going by Tater Tots. Had to kill some time. And got to spend a good time looking. And everything was buy one, get one. So, really good deals. We've got Flash 800. I think the only cover of this I had was a logo foil. So getting cover A, 750. Issue 82. 48 and 47. So the only issues I need of this series are all in the high 700s right before it ends at 800. So super, super cool. And I just recently saw a person on Instagram selling this. Was actually going to buy it from him. And didn't notice that he had sold it. It was one of the, some people take it down. But I didn't see the comments on it. And then went to buy it and saw that there actually were comments on the post. Anyway, super happy to get it. I mean, literally 2 weeks ago, didn't know this book existed. I kind of thought I'd finish this series. This is sort of a Red Hoodish series. The Future State Gotham. Sorry about that. But this is done in like black and white like manga. With these, I'm a couple issues away. And that's Flashpoint 2. Or Beyond issue 2. I just need one issue for that. And it was buy one, get one. I needed a book at checkout. So this was free. I don't have a lot of early... Well, a lot of series I don't have completed of Rebirth. But especially Batman, because it's really hard to buy Tom King books. We got World's Finest, issues 8 and 7. And then remember what I said, I needed one issue? Really got to dig through his dollar books. Found issue 34. I don't like looking at this guy's dollar books because he has these wavy bagging boards, and some of them, almost the top of them, almost kind of look like yellow and black, like caution tape. I'm not going to lie, I actually had a nightmare one night about the way the dollar books look in this area. But I did look through and find a bunch, so they're 50 cents a piece. One of the two books that weren't in the 1, 2, or 5 section, but still got a buy one, get one with it. This is DC Comics Presents issue 84. Now you see, this is on my goals list. I never would have known any key significance of this book, especially in the 80s near the end, when you usually find those for $1. But this is the last work of Jack Kirby at DC, which is so weird. Was looking at a comic, I think it's Forever People 1, on eBay, and the seller listed that they had, I think, Kurt Swan redraw Superman through that whole book because they didn't like how Kirby drew him. So maybe it's kind of cool to actually have Superman done by him on a book. I thought I had seen a Wonder Woman section. Really wanted to look, because I'm a few issues away on this and Rebirth from having full runs. Actually only needed 3 issues of this series and found 2 of them, issue 12 and 2. This book was free with the purchase of the Jack Kirby. We have 170, Adam Hughes. Some more dollar books, 50-cent books with the deal. Suicide Squad 3 and 4. Not even joking. I want to finish Suicide Squad Volume 1. They had a near complete run of Suicide Squad Volume 1. And except for these 2 issues I got, I'm not joking you, they literally just had the exact issues I had. And when it came to issues I needed, that would be the ones they didn't have all the way through from front to back, except these 2 issues, 42 and 52. Pretty crazy. And then, in looking for the Wonder Woman, last time I went there, I was looking for this Legion series, because I had read an article about it, and it's the only series from, I think it's Volume 2 forward that I don't have complete. And just like the Wonder Woman, I found every single issue I need but one. I believe I need issue 29, but we found 24, 23, 21, 20, and they actually just had the first 26 issues straight in a line. 14, 6, and issue 4. So super cool. One more issue away on that. I think I just need one issue of this Teen Titans Year 1 mini. Didn't know much about this. Needed one more. This was the free run on the I think it was the $2 section. But either way, it's a one-shot, prestige format, Supergirl mini called, or Supergirl one-shot called Wings. Last time I was there, I had seen this set. I'm just going to show the first 2 issues. I did get the set. I'm sorry. I needed 4 and 3. And there is a 2. I needed one of them, but it's the complete set of Shazam. He has them back to front for some reason, but it was cheap, so picking it up to finish that mini. I think it was issues 2 and 3 I needed, and they're kind of pricey. I'm starting to think, because they had posted they got a whole bunch of this Harley Quinn Volume 1. And I've went multiple times, thought I missed it, and have seen it. And there's more of these up on the wall. So maybe they're just not putting them all out. But there was 3 more Harley, and I only needed issue 6 here. And last but not least, DC Special. This is on my goals list. And I have this issue, but this is way nicer. So super happy to pick it up. But yeah, that was my haul. I know I was rushing, trying to show a lot of books quick. But just super, super happy. Finishing some runs, getting close to finishing some runs. Getting some really neat stuff. Making a ton of progress on my goals list. And yeah, with that, guys, you know I appreciate you watching. Would love to hear from you in the comments. Would love it if you subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you think of this haul, and if you collect any of this stuff too. And with that, I will see you all next time.